nothing quite like a big luxurious land yacht, and this one is particularly nice. Greetings friends and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got another car profile. We are checking out this 1977 Chrysler Cordoba. I wasn't even very familiar with these, but I saw this thing and I just had to talk about it. So Chrysler started making these back in 1975 and they ran through 1983. They were a direct competitor for like the Oldsmobile Cutlass, the Buick Regal, and the Mercury Cougar. And it was marketed as a full-size luxury two-door coupe. And I looked up the old commercials. They've got Ricardo Montalban in them.
I could ask for nothing beyond the quality of Cordoba's workmanship, the tastefulness of its appearance. I request nothing beyond the thickly cushioned luxury of seats available even in soft Corinthian leather.
Corinth is famous for its leather.
This particular specimen is absolutely immaculate. It's only got 86,000 miles on the odometer, and it's owned by the president of the Mid-South Mopar Club. His name is David, and he's only the second owner of this car. Do you know the history of it, where it came from, who had it before you did?
Yeah, I do. It was bought original in December of 1976 in Alameda, California.
It's absolutely hilarious. I happened upon another California car for this channel, and this one's actually got a smaller than standard motor.
This is a 360 engine. The California cars had 360s, all the other ones had 400s.
Which is totally on brand for California. Under the hood, there isn't a lot in the way of upgrades. The Holley carburetor was replaced with an Edelbrock carburetor, and he's got an aftermarket Flowmaster exhaust, which I think sounds great. Now, given that this is a luxury car, what we really need to talk about is the interior. It's got that big 70s dashboard, and I love the wood and the black together. It's got the column shift and the massive gauges. It's incredibly spacious, and David tells me these seats have been replaced, which is fine. I think they're really comfy, and they look great. There's so many little details I love about this car, like these big buttons for the climate control. It's got a still functional 8-track player with these big warning lights and the ammeter and oil gauge up above that. Hands down, my favorite thing about this car is the turn signal. It actually has indicators out in front of the fender above the headlights. How cool is that? Speaking of the headlights, I'm pretty sure that's what caught my attention the first time I saw this car. And of course, it's got that big, proud, unapologetic grille in the middle, and don't you just love it? In '78, the Cordoba got switched to these like stacked square headlights and a duller grille, and it absolutely ruined the look. The round headlights are great. I think in '77 they absolutely nailed the styling, and it doesn't stop in the front. The back end actually has some cool stuff too. It's got that big beefy chrome bumper. A little aside, it actually has the gas filler behind the license plate, and I actually love these tail lights. If you get in close, there's some excellent designs, and little details like that are so freaking cool. For the most part, this Cordoba is really close to what it looked like when it rolled off the assembly line.
I was trying just to make it like it came out of the factory and preserve that the best I could, right?
But David explained to me that there were a few changes and additions that he made, and I think they really worked out.
So this stripe is really just a placeholder. The guy who helped me with the body work is an expert. I said, tell you what we're going to do. Let's just put a yellow stripe down there, and we'll figure the rest out later. And it's remained there ever since he did it.
Now, after fawning over this thing for a while, I absolutely had to take it for a drive, and fortunately, he let me get behind the wheel. And there is something about a big 70s boat that is unmatched. This thing really reminded me of what it's like to drive my '72 AMC Matador, only it's much smoother and much more powerful. This is so nice. You know, you appreciate the modern suspension systems, but you take one of these for a ride and you see why they're so appealing to drive.
And what you noticed is you got 4,000 pounds of car to stop. It takes a little work on the brake.
Oh yeah. Disc brakes or drums?
Disc in the front, drums in the back.
That's stock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Yeah, my station wagon's 4-wheel drum. Something about these big 70s boats, they got room for like a giant power steering pump. And you can drive this thing with your pinky, you know?
Yeah, and it's a real fun car, like just out on the highway, you know?
Yeah.
Get it up to highway speeds, and I'm not talking 80 miles an hour. It's very comfortable, 65, 70 miles an hour, and just go with it.
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful ride.
I really could go on and on about this car, but I only had so much time with it. So I'll wrap it up by saying if you ever get a chance to get a ride in one, absolutely take it. I, of course, love my big luxury land yachts, and I hope to see this thing again. The Mid-South Mopar Club does do a lot of shows, and I'll link to their social medias in the description below, along with all of mine. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Until next time, guys, good luck, have fun, drive safe. You know how we do.